Okay, here is part 4 of With Deku Had Green Flames. When I saw it announced they're going to do a sports festival, some of them was excited and confused because they don't know what this means. Isaiah explains in great detail since all the villain attacks been happening lately. They decided to do a little sports festival, but to show everybody that UA is not weak, that they're the strongest there is. So they will have a whole week of training of their week off, like in canon, which has made Deku much more stronger and smarter. When the UA Sports Festival came, they want the school representative to give out a speech. Obviously, Deku gave out a speech. It was beautiful, kind, and heartwarming. After he was done, he walked out of the stadium and everybody cheered out his name. Then they went into the tunnel for the race. When Midnight said, "Ready, set, go," they all start running, except for some of them. The only people that started running was Bakugo Katsuki, Isuke Midoriya, Injiro Kirishima, and Shoto Todoroki, and Momo Aozai. Because Shoto Todoroki uses ice to freeze the ground so most people wouldn't move. But some of them was able to escape. While they were running, Shoto was seeing how fast Midoriya can go without his fire quirk. This made Shoto a little bit jealous. Only a little bit, not like his father. Then, when Izuku saw his, when Izuku saw a bunch of zero opponents, he jumped up in the air and breathed a huge gust of emerald green flames, and it burned 5 out of the dozen zero opponents that were there, and he just knocked some of them down too. When he saw the canyon, he turned around and breathed fire, so he aimed himself backwards at the end of the craters. Everybody was shocked and surprised how diligent he used his quirk and how powerful it is. And he just keep on running and running until he find landmines to the finish line. Since Izuku have much more confidence, he did the most coolest thing you can ever think of. He raised his right foot, stepped on it, and he rockets himself towards the finish line. He even breathed a little bit of fire to give him more of a speed boost, thus making him win at first place, with Soto being at second, and with Bakugo coming in third. And Izuku will have the 10 million points as per usual in canon. Everybody gave him death stares because that made him a huge target. He didn't care for the death stares because he knew he was gonna win. And this time, nobody wanted to be on his team. So he asked Midnight, can he do this solo? Midnight thought he was just being a little bit cocky, so she accepted this request. And when the cafe battle started, Izuku took a one hand and just smacked Thelma without even trying. It was like if he had super speed and super strength at the same time. Then he took all of the opponent's handbands to make a good point of it. They knew he was fast even without a quirk, but they didn't but they didn't expect this level of speed. But oh, much people would expect this. All the heroes, Endeavor, everybody in the stadium was completely shocked at this display of power, thus making Izuku the winner of the cavalry battle. Now we get to the fun part. One versus one battle, 1-on-1. Who will win? Whereas I leave that off. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. The first battle is going to be Izuku Midoriya versus Shinzo. Shinzo started to ramble on about how his quirk made him a villain and how he is lucky to have such a powerful quirk. Just being a big baby about the bad stuff happening to him. Izuku didn't listen to any of it, and, and with his abnormal human agility and speed, run up and knee him right in the stomach, then saying, "Look, man, I feel for you, but your quirk doesn't defy you. A villain quirk doesn't defy the person. It's the person that who defies the quirk. It's how you use it. Do you want to be a hero?" Since your answer is yes, then your quirk is not a villain. Now is it? Shinzo take that to heart and say he will train his body and mind so he can one day beat you. Izuku smiled at this and said, "Huh, I like to see you try, but same, the fights goes on same as canon. Then the legendary fight begins. Half hot, half cold versus green emerald flames. Before Izuku can get to his battle, Endeavor said, "When my son uses full power, you won't be able to beat him, you little brat. Make him use his full fire, and make so you know he can never win against." He was cut off by a punch to the gut after he started. He didn't care for what he said. He just know that his quirk is his own, not Endeavor's. When the battle started, Soto Todoroki used a flurry of ice with his suit, punching them, kicking them, making them break easily, like a piece of breakable glass. When he keep on using his ice, Izuku breathed emerald green flames at it. Izuku said, "Soto, you don't have to be afraid of fire anymore. It is your quirk, not your father's." Izuku was stung. Soto was stung at this, and he wants to know what he was talking about. So Soto said, "What did you say?" Izuku said, "Your quirk is your own power. Your fire is your own inferno. Your your pyro, your burn, your quirk. It is your own fire. Let me see your true burning passion to be the hero you always wanted to be." When Soto heard this, his heart finally melted, and his fire finally burst from his left side. Left side. Soto said, "Izuku, you have set me free from my fears, and I will honor your word by giving you the battle you deserve." Izuku get into a fighting stance and said, "Don't disappoint me." So fire, fire hit Elmer Flames. It was like a class of titans, class of gods when they fight with their fire and ice. With Soto using his ice and fire, with Izuku using his emerald fire. They were all amazed about how powerful they are. And Devil was watching with a big grin on his face because he finally saw Soto using his fire side. He was so happy he yelled out, Soto! Your fight, your training finally starts. With your newfound fire, we can beat anyone that comes in our way. Endeavor was annoyed by Soto, and it was time for the final blow. But the graphite hero wanted to stop this before this get out of hand, so he put cinder blocks in front of the boys before they do the final strike. Soto blasts his fire, Izuku breathed his emerald flames, making a huge explosion of dust and wind during the progress. At the end, Izuku was standing up with his fist in the air saying, The might of the dragon will never fail, with Soto out of the arena in a crater. He was happy he used his fire side, and he was happy to have a friend like Izuku. When they walked off, Izuku gave Soto a high five because he was proud that he was so strong with both ice and fire, and was happy to be his friend. Soto felt a heart warmed up for the first time in years, and he took that to heart. And the thus ending the sports festival with Izuku being first, Todoroki at second, and Bakugo at third place. This will be the start of the internship arc. And that's where I'm going to leave this off. Have a good day.